we still recording? Still recording. Okay. Hopefully this is the thing. Can't figure this shit out, man. I don't understand why it doesn't work. And it's hot. Good lord. Good lord. Good lord. Add. Add. All right.
All right, we did it.
Just the two of us. Oh, that sounds weird. All right.
Building castles in the sky. Get my list.
Oh man, what a hot weekend, huh?
And still counting.
Seriously, like I just got out of bed in the last hour because I'm like, if I don't get out of bed now, I'm not. That's how hot it's been, and I live within a mile from the water, and I'm facing the water, so I get that breeze.
Not helping.
It's really not. It's
I
really.
was at, my mom and I were going to go to the beach,
Mhm.
just to, walk on the boardwalk. It was 86 degrees down there.
Yeah. Which one? Laguna, Huntington.
We tried Newport, then we tried Balboa, we
Mhm.
tried Laguna. It was still hot.
Yeah. It didn't matter, man. This is just too much. I mean, we only have a few weeks left, I guess, of this.
We think.
I mean, it doesn't really go into November, so I guess that gives us what, 8 weeks at the most.
Yeah, well, then again, June and July were pleasant.
Very.
So did we push stuff back? Like, are we talking October and it's hot? Like,
Well, we always get the Santa Ana winds, right? And that kind of heats things up a little bit because that's just biology or the Earth's biology, not mine.
right.
Other than that, I'm trying to think of anything past October that gets hot, and I just can't think of anything that typically gets hot.
Right.
So
We shall see.
it is a desert state, right?
Right.
Oh, anyway, how was your weekend other than that?
It was okay. I worked.
Yeah.
I had an event that was super cool.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah. And then yesterday I tried to stay in bed, but I got restless.
Yeah.
Trying to rest, but I'm not doing a very good job of resting. I'm finding out. But
Yeah. I hear that.
how was yours?
Um, busy, crazy, busy week, work week, and trying to think. Friday, I just had a burrito and was just chilling. Saturday, I think I went to the gym. I did go to the gym. I like to run 4 miles uh, every hour that I'm on the elliptical machine. So that's my new
Okay.
goal. And I've been able to do it. So my ultimate goal is 4 times per week. So that's 16 miles a week. I've done that
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 times. The only times I don't do it is when I don't go to the gym the fourth time. So for like the last month or so, I've been able to hit 4 miles every time I get on that elliptical, and it feels a lot better now. What is this, September officially? Than it did when I was trying to do it in June and July. It was hard to get that fourth mile, like 3.89, 3.85, and then eventually just like 4.03. Oh, sweet,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
4.05. Then I'm like, all right, if I push myself too much, I'm gonna hurt myself. So let me slow down. But yeah, other than that, weekend was fine. Back to the grind tonight and tomorrow. I got some work to catch up on, but other than that, nothing to complain about except this damn show. This damn show and all these damn apps you have to have and
Yeah.
extra money to pay. Like, I'm not opposed to people making their money. I'm really not.
That is true.
Um,
I've always known that about you.
yeah. As long as it's legal and not immoral. You know what I'm saying? You're not selling people. You're not doing anything crazy. You're just making money. You're just doing your business. If people are willing to pay for it, that's on them. I'm of the ilk that also will stand on business. I'm not willing to pay for something that used to be $10 a month. Just a few. I mean, we're talking 4 years ago, and is now upwards of, let's see, Netflix plus Peacock plus ESPN. ESPN is 30. It's by itself. Peacock
So,
at the low like 10, and
yeah,
then
but you can't see anything at the lowest.
Oh, at which one?
They have Peacock Premium now,
Oh yeah.
and there's certain
You-
stuff that they lock that you can't see.
oh really?
Oh yeah.
Well, shit. Okay, so we're talking $50 to $60 a month to watch WWE content across the board on all platforms, not including cable, which include NXT and SmackDown. So now we're talking 80. You have to include cable. Maybe you split it with someone if you got YouTube TV. Like, bro, I'm not paying 8 times the amount if it isn't 8 times better of a product. What do you think?
Oh, I agree 100. I'm
Yeah,
doing you one better. I'm looking up how much everything costs because I
yeah,
know the premium went up.
hmm yeah. What I say, as soon as that deal hit with ESPN, I was like, watch Peacock get their money. They're gonna get their money as soon as they can, and they did. And now they have a deal with Amazon Prime. Peacock and
I got,
Prime have a connecting their services, I guess.
do they? They should. So
Yeah,
Peacock Premium alone is $16.99.
that's wild.
Now, what's next? Netflix.
Netflix at the lowest, just to be
Cost.
able to watch WWE stuff. And I see someone in the chat said, "Pirate everything." I'll let you say that out loud. I
But I
won't say
won't.
it out loud. I'm not disagreeing.
18. So roughly 18. So 16, 18. And then you said 30 what?
30 for ESPN,
30. Yeah,
and then
that's
you throw,
ridiculous.
and then
And
don't
then
forget,
cable.
yeah, SmackDown and USA or
So
NXT
internet.
down. So that's at least I pay 30 for that package with several people split. I think 4 people, so it's 120, but I split it 4 ways.
Yeah. I pay 130 for cable and internet.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot
So
of money.
that's what I'm saying. So that's over 10 times of what it used to be 4 years ago. I definitely don't make 10 times what I was making 4 years ago. So I'm not going to spend the extra money. But I do agree with what people's ideas are, which is find other ways to watch. And I'm not going to say how, but I will do that. But even then, like today, watching Raw, it's just glitchy, and I think
Everybody's trying to do it.
it's the Netflix feed, in my opinion, because the way it buffers is that white circle, right? That's how Netflix does their thing. So I know when it's buffering like that, it's not my side, it's the other side that's serving it to me, right? Um, NFL doesn't have that problem. I haven't had that issue with UFC, except for with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson last year. But other than that, I'm just like, dude, I'm not paying for this. And if that means I don't watch it that much, then I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, I think I don't know when the ceiling is, but there's going to be a ceiling. There's going to be a
Yeah.
pushback.
hmm
Somebody's
Yeah.
losing money.
Yeah. And Nick Khan said before, and I get where he's coming from because at the time it wasn't that big of a deal. He said when they moved from the WWE network to Peacock, every single user transferred over. And I'm like, well, maybe not initially, but it was only like a $2 or $3 difference or something like that. It wasn't that much, right? May have actually been a low cut. Like there may have actually been a cost cut because the Peacock with ads was like $7 or $6, whatever it was. So people are like, oh, I'm saving money. And whatever, do your thing. Me, I was like, I want to skip the ads. So I did. So I paid for more. But now I don't know if you're going to get every single Peacock user to go over to ESPN, to go over to, like just for PLEs. I don't know. I don't think so.
and and I don't think they have enough content because the other thing was thrown out there was, well, why don't they just have their own channel? I just don't think they have enough to have their own channel.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they used to have that on WWE 24/7 on demand. So before it was a WWE network, they would just play like a regular TV channel on,
Right.
I don't want to say regular cable because definitely you get to pay for that extra. But God bless them, like, hey, that's how you get your stuff out there. That's how we eventually got to having the network because the on demand
Right.
was so good and people were downloading stuff off of torrents and they were posting stuff on YouTube. I remember because I was taking it. I would find downloader videos, right? I would find downloader links, take the video, put it in the thing, download it, and then throw it away because I don't have that content anymore because that would be illegal. So, but that's what I would do back in the day when I lived in a different address. So, um, that might be what other people are going to try to do. Just try to find a way to keep watching that content because there's just no way people can afford
Right.
legitimately $100-something a month to watch everything. And I'm not watching that much fucking wrestling, bro. I have YouTube for that. Anyway, all right. So this show, Clash in Paris, great crowd. Great crowd. I think Friday night they were into it. I think they were there Monday too. I missed Monday, crazy work day, and they had an early show too. So I just
They did. They were there today.
Yeah. But yeah, Raw last week was I believe the crowd was popping just like SmackDown was, and they were live for this show as well. And I know they made an announcement today on Raw that they're going to be in Paris again in January. I don't know if that means
Road to Royal Rumble.
Okay, because Royal Rumble's where next year?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Okay. So if the crowd can stay with this energy every time WWE comes through, I think that's great for the product. That's great for the fans, great for business, great for viral moments, everything. And then you want to plan stuff for them too. Like, hey, if I know the crowd's going to be that amazing, then I'm going to give them something good to want to keep coming back when we come here, want to keep watching at home, all those kind of things. So kudos to them. Props to the fans. The fans were definitely loving the first match, the opening match. Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman in Bronson Reed's corner, part of the Vision faction with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and another person to be named later.
Saudi Arabia.
That's what I figured it was. I'm like, that's not even close, but it's a lot closer to Saudi Arabia than.
And that's why they're calling it a Europe tour. So they're, yeah.
Okay. So they're just going to stay there and save money. Makes sense. So yeah, opening match, decent match, nothing crazy. I think the craziest things happened after the match, which we can get into in a second. But what did you think of the match, Reigns and Reed?
I thought it was a good match. I thought Roman Reigns looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Like
he does look
physique-wise, healthy wise.
Yes.
Then I found out why he looks good, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah. He's good. He's gonna go film a movie. So
yeah,
him and Cody. Yeah, and 50 Cent I think is gonna be in the movie as well.
Who else?
So,
Cody is
50 Cent. 50.
Who else is in the movie?
50 Cent and Cody Rhodes.
Okay, Cody. That's what I thought you said.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Cody and his wife just brought another baby into the world.
Another little lady.
Yeah, kudos to them. Happy for them. Right on. Yeah, decent match. Nothing too crazy until after the match, where Reed took the pin from Roman after the spear. I just rewatched it a second ago, and Roman gets the Shula Fallas. But before that, he's in the ring with Paul Heyman for the first time since WrestleMania.
I'm so glad he's finally got some comeuppance.
Yeah, he finally got his revenge. Choked Paul out in the front face lock guillotine. That's what they call it, the guillotine.
Love how he just threw him at the end.
Yeah. Paul was tapping, and just tossed him aside. Roman gets his Sula Fallas, I saw him gesture over to the timekeeper, whoever it was, with the scissors, cut the strings, the shoestrings, and then I think he signed a couple. I think he signed the red ones.
Which was cool.
And then the crowd. And you got Jelly Roll, and you got what's the other guy's name? Post Malone in the front row. So they're having a great time right behind commentary. But yeah, he tossed him in, and then camera pans out, and then you see Braun Breaker sitting right there on the other table.
There it is.
And then he sees him. And then they get into that whole thing, which lasts about as long as the whole match did. Because I think it was like a 45-minute segment when it was all done. Like, damn.
It was the whole match.
Yeah. So you got Roman getting speared by Breaker a few times, at least twice, and then you got him getting tsunamied by Bronson Reed. And they didn't just get tsunamied by Bronson Reed a couple times. Then the medics came, the quote unquote the medics. They come in, they put him on the stretcher, right? And then such a cool visual because I didn't even think about it. When he's on the stretcher and they haven't even picked him up yet, Bronson Reed goes back into the ring and gets on the top for another tsunami. He hit him like 2 or 3 more times. Like, what a great visual! What a way to write a guy off TV for real. Like
Right.
they did that before, I think, with Braun Strowman last year. He got his ass whooped on top of the car, and he really had like a real injury, so it's a good way to write him off. Um, but yeah, really good way to write him off as he goes to go film that movie.
He'll
And
be back in a month.
yeah, and it is what it is. We'll be ready for War Games in 2 months, 2.5 months, pretty much.
Right.
And, Jay comes in to try to help and save him, but he gets beat up too, and that's crazy because he has a match later in the evening. So it's like, bro, you're the main event, homie. You might want to chill out. You might want to let him get booked. But so yeah, I expect to see possibly at the show. What is that? The WrestlePalooza. I expect to see Roman and Jay against Bronson and Breaker. No stipulations, just tag team match, which will be Roman's 5th this year, 5th match of the year, which is such a small amount of time to wrestle, which is crazy.
Brock was doing it.
Yep. Oh, I'm not even mad. Undertaker had the best one a year. He was on this, him and John Cena. John Cena was like, "Oh, let me make sure to stay active. Let me do one this year on December 31st, 2020."
You got the contract that says you can do that? By all means.
Yep, because you've earned it. You've earned it. It wasn't given to you. You earned it. So maximize your profits, minimize your output. So 22-minute match, not bad. Fun, more fun after, and then it comes what it's going to lead into. The Wyatt Six. But I think we both picked Roman to win that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know who won out of the 6. I know who got the most right, but I'm not gonna gloat this.
Oh, you already posted. You already sent that you had the most right. Whatever. Go ahead.
You didn't give me yours, and I was like, I know why he's not giving me his answer because he knows I know.
Continue.
Then we got the Wyatt Six: Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, accompanied as the tag team champions, accompanied by Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan, and Nikki Cross. And Nikki is yet to wrestle. And they're going against the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford with B-Fab for the tag team championship. No stipulation, just a regular match, but a lot of shenanigans, which I like. People interested because not everyone wants to see arm bars and hip tosses and headlocks. They want to see shit happen. Even starting the match, because I kind of missed some of the stuff because yesterday was hot too, so I probably fell asleep through some of the stuff. Montez was going to start the match, and Angelo puts his arm out. No, I got it. Like, alrighty then.
Little splinter.
Yeah, and I'm like, good. I want to see them do something with this group. If they're not going to, I mean, I know they just won the championships a while ago, then they lost them, of course. But I want to see Montez really be able to break out the way Bianca has since I saw her in NXT 6-7 years ago. Both extremely talented. I'm mentioning her because that's a married couple, but both extremely talented. And I want to see him be able to Intercontinental US, I mean, world champion, that's a big shot, but I want to see him be able to do something solo. I mean, he wrestled Roman Reigns, didn't he, recently? Or was it Cody Rhodes? He wrestled somebody that was a big time major player. And he put on a good show. So, and he has that one spot where he jumps over the corner post and does a flip.
Which is so sick. Nobody else is doing that. No Lucha Libre. No one else is doing that.
Not Dragon Lee, not Rey Mysterio, not Dominic, not AJ, not nobody.
That was crazy.
The only dude I could see possibly doing that, have the ability to do that right now, would be the guy from the Alpha Creed or whatever he's called, the taller one, Julius Creed. That's the only guy I can think of that I think would be able to have that ability to do. Maybe Dragon Lee, but he's kind of short, so that's a tough one. But yeah, that's a hell of a move. Not a great match, in my opinion. 13 minutes. Um, their shenanigans where Nikki came out to like hold Montez's leg when he was getting back in the ring, and Uncle Howdy hit him with a whatchamacallit, a Sister Abigail. I think he took the pin for you too.
I just
What
think,
what
I
you think?
think for me, the unpopular opinion is, I don't think the Wyatts move well.
Okay.
They're both really clunky, or at least last night I felt like they were clunky. Dexter
Yeah.
Loomis a little bit more agile, but
Hmm.
I don't know. I just think Montel Ford and Dawkins, because they've been together, they move well together. And I didn't see,
Yeah.
even the spots that the Wyatts do a lot of tag team stuff, I haven't felt like those were a little clunky.
Hmm. I can
But
see that.
just a
Yeah.
pretty match.
Yeah, I could see if you remember watching the Wyatt family and seeing Rowan and Harper rest in peace. Um, they weren't great workers in terms of they're going to put on an excellent match and different moves and stuff. It's just like they became the Brutes. I forget what their tag team name was when they left the Wyatts, and they became
Something bludgeon or something, but whatever.
Bludgeon Brothers. Thank you. That's exactly what they were, the
Yeah.
Bludgeon Brothers. And they carried those big mallets, and all of a sudden the Usos became jobbers to them in less than 5 minutes. And I'm like, what? What changed? Nothing. That was wild. I didn't expect that. Could you hear my phone call?
Say that again?
Could you hear my phone ringing?
No.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah, that's never happened when I streamed on Instagram or anywhere else. Only, wow, maybe I gotta turn. Oh, I gotta turn the ringer off. That's why. There we go. Problem solved. Alrighty. Um, yeah, so not a great match, but we'll see. I did see after the match in the post-match interview or post-show interview, Montez Ford did not say a single word in the interview,
Hmm.
which could be leading up to heel turn, frustration. I think if he's going to get over, and maybe you could change you have a different opinion about this. Uh, I think if Montez goes solo, he can be the heel because going over as a babyface right off the bat, probably not the best way to go. I think they're going to be using the Steve Austin and The Rock and even Undertaker. A lot of these guys were heels to start and eventually became baby faces. Shawn Michaels came in as a baby face, the Rockers. But not a lot of guys get to go baby face, or go heel and then become a superstar. So a lot of times it seems like these guys come in, they do their thing as a heel, um, predominantly, and then eventually break off and become the superstar. What is your opinion on Montez going solo?
I think he can be heel-ish. And I put him in the category of like Randy Orton, who
Okay.
can be a heel on one moment, but there's not a lot of there's not a lot of wrestlers that can do that. But
Yeah.
I think he can be heelish. He can be a Kevin Owens, where one minute you love him and the next minute you want to kick him in the nuts. You
Yeah.
know, he
Yeah.
can be both because he's very well. He's very well. He can work the mic, and I think that'll serve him.
Yeah.
Just cocky, brash, but he can back
Mhm.
it up.
That's
It's
what I was saying.
interesting.
That's what I was saying before. Like they're not getting a lot of TV time. I think we were saying like a month or two ago, but he was taking his time that he had and going on social media, cutting promos and doing this thing and doing that thing. And he's the standout of the group that's creating these moves and creating these moments that just look amazing. His frog splash and his dive over the corner post are two major moves that get the crowd jumping every time they see it. And that's the thing that will make him stick out even more so than Angelo because
I just
he
think Angelo is so talented. They're both very talented. To be a
he has
big man and to be able to move like that.
yeah,
But I hear
yeah,
you. I
I'll
hear
give you
you.
that.
Cream's got to rise to the top. I get it.
But Angelo's not doing anything on social media to make himself known.
That's true.
He doesn't have any viral moments in terms of move sets in the ring. So until he does something, he might just be like Tucker Knight when he was part of Heavy Machinery with Otis. You know, they were in NXT, and then all of a sudden, the pandemic happened, and Tucker got cut, and Otis is still there. 8 years he's been there, so I got to give the guy his credit. You got to find something that that sticks out. I don't. Did you watch NXT back in like 2018, 2019?
Yes.
There was when Otis and Tucker were Heavy Machinery.
I remember them. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing that got them over was a random thing that Otis said in a promo. Tucker was talking, and he was talking about how they're tough guys and yada 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 whatever. And he mentioned we eat steaks and we lift weights, right? And Otis goes, steaks and weights, baby. And it just popped off, and that was what got them over. Steaks and weights. 3 words. It's like you got to find the thing. That's how Stone Cold got over, by saying his phrase after the King of the Ring. All right, Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella. Did you fall asleep during this one too?
No. I don't know. I thought Nikki Bella carried the match.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't see her botches?
I did see her botches, but I don't know. It's just something about Becky lately that is just boring to me. But that's just me.
Yeah. Rewatching the match and the clips, seeing the big botch was the one in the corner where Becky had rolled out of the way, and Nikki didn't look back to see if she was still there to do her next move, and then she wasn't. And then Becky tried to sell it a little bit, like, oh, something happened here. And some could say, well, it's Becky's fault, it's Nikki's fault. If you're going to do a wrestling move, you probably want to make sure the person's there before you do the move. Regardless of, if Becky should have stayed or, whatever. Before you jump, make sure they're still there. And I also realized that was Nikki's second match this year, second or third since the Rumble. There's got to be a lot of ring rust. And that's just normal. It is what it is. But
that and the ending roll up was weird. I was like, you went through all that and it was stupid.
Yeah, not a great match. Solid Monster had his opinions on it after the match. He tweeted, "Well, that certainly was a match. Not like a great match or a great match of all time. That was a match."
No, that was a match. I agree.
Yeah, I didn't see Nikki ever winning, and I mean, she's not a full timer. She's not even a part timer. This is her third time. I don't see her being past maybe next Royal Rumble. I don't even know if she's on a performance contract like here and there, or if it's a year. I don't even know what her deal is, but it is what it is. Probably best match of the night, the good old fashioned Donnybrook, which is
it was a good match.
Yeah, and longer than I thought it was going to be. 20 minutes for this one. Rusev defeated Sheamus with a really cool looking accolade with the shillelagh or bar or whatever it was that he had in his hand across Sheamus' face. I was like, that's a cool visual. That reminds me of when Roman and Edge and Daniel Bryan had a match at WrestleMania, and one of them had someone in like a camel clutch or whatever, and they had the bar across the face. Oh no, it was Edge had it on Roman.
Yeah.
Really, really cool looking visual. Obviously, he's not hurting him, but like if you saw somebody look like that, you're gonna think that's gotta freaking hurt. But yeah, Rusev did a really good job, and Sheamus, both of them, and that's not surprising. What did you think of this match?
I thought it was a good match. Obviously, he wasn't the guy I wanted to win. Kudos to you. But I felt like after he went through that double table, I thought the match should have been over. But it is what it is.
Yeah. The kick out by Rusev was like, okay, he's definitely gonna win this one. When he like rolled his shoulder over real quick and then rolled right back, I was like, okay, he's definitely winning. And the reason why I picked Rusev to win, remember, he's been back for a couple months. Yeah, he's taken a loss, but I was like, he hasn't really had a big win yet, and he's been back for a while. He's got to have something. I'm glad he's on TV because AEW didn't put him on TV for like the last 2 years. Such a waste. But yeah, happy for him to come back and be getting his thing together. Because if you remember, him and Sheamus, Alberto Del Rio, and Wade Barrett used to be in that group. Yeah, so
Yeah,
they don't really mention that, I don't think, but whatever.
I
Um,
thought Alberto Del Rio was coming back into the fold, but apparently not.
we'll see. I mean, it was a pretty. He didn't leave under good terms the last time, and then when he was away, he still was getting a lot of negative press for his relationship with Paige, and I think domestic violence, or I can't remember specifically what it
Right.
was, or just an allegation, or if he got arrested, but whatever it was like, bruh, you need to clean your act up and find different women to date, and don't find women that you're gonna hit, and don't date women that are gonna hit you. So problem solved. you know. Um, Fifth match, but I actually thought this would be the main event, but it was the longest match of the night. John Cena, Logan Paul. What were your thoughts?
From one fellow old man to the other old man, I thought he looked good.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I thought
thought
he done it too.
I thought him trying to do some young moves was kind of funny, but
Hmm.
he pulled it off. I
Yeah.
thought at the end of the match he deserved to win. He had
Hmm.
done everything to deserve to win that match. And I was surprised, although I picked him, that he won the match.
Yeah. I'm happy he won because I do think WrestlePalooza he's going to go over on Brock. They haven't said he's wrestling Brock yet, but come on, we got to have something. Or that'll be his last opponent. And I have a feeling I'm kind of ruining everything already.
His last date is the 13th of December, though.
Saturday night's main event. It could be the main event, could be him and Brock, whatever it is. But I do think, similarly to Sting's retirement a year and a half now. Good Lord, that was fast. God, that was fast. Sting wanted to go out on his back out of
And I think
respect,
John does too.
and I don't think they'll let him. I think they're
Mm,
going to say, we're not letting you do that. This is the call. We're letting you go out
mm,
as a victor because you've earned it.
mm.
Certain situations where if he were, if it was like the Goldberg thing, right? Like, yeah, you got to go out on your back because you can't take the title with you. You're not coming back. So we're not going to do that. Or Cena won't be fighting for a title. He's fighting for pride, career, whatever.
I
I
wonder how
think
Taker's going to take that from the other old schools.
Taker didn't lose on his last match.
Well, his last big match.
His last big match was who?
Who do you think?
Roman?
No,
What was Undertaker's last big match?
I'm
AJ
not talking
Styles?
about. I'm not talking about AJ Styles and the movie match, which I thought was awesome. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about his last big WrestleMania match.
Well, I mean, he had obviously 30, 31, or was it 30? 30, he lost to Brock, right? Yeah,
I think
31.
personally that was his last big match.
Really? Because, I mean, he still wrestled Brock. I mean, not at WrestleMania, but he still wrestled Brock at I think a year later they had another feud for 3 matches. Like a SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell, something else. It was 3 in a row. And he had Cena, that was kind of a fake match at a WrestleMania. He had Bray Wyatt, 31, Roman at 32 or 33. He had, did he have Shane? Shane at 33 or 34. And then AJ was the last one. So the only one I could think, he lost to Shane, but he didn't lose. He threw Shane off the damn off the thing,
Okay,
off the cage, right? But it's an L. He lost that one to Brock, but I can't think of another match that he had lost
I just feel like that was the
than Roman.
streak. Once he
Yeah,
once he gave up the streak, to me that was like going out on his shield.
I see.
Did Kurt Angle go out on his shield?
Kurt Angle went out on his back against
Yeah.
Baron Corbin, of all people to lose to. There was no history there. It was stupid. Yeah. So
Shawn
I think
Michaels did too, right?
Shawn Michaels' last match in WWE was at a Saudi Arabia show, and I don't remember who won that because it was a shit show. It was Triple H and Shawn against Undertaker and Kane. And everybody was over 50 and not
Oh yeah,
regular.
they hugged it out. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad. God bless him. Like we didn't know how bald Shawn was or how cockeyed he was, but we know now.
Mm-hmm.
We know now. But yeah, I think John will go out on as a victor unless he's just adamant, and I think they probably wouldn't fight him at that point.
Yeah.
Um, but he looked physically better in this match than he did like 2 or 3 years ago. And now that he's he's been here 20, 30 times in the last year, whatever it is, he
Yeah.
looks like he's like kind of building that muscle back up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. So
Good match.
yeah, and Logan had a really nice tweet about that match. You know, he's kind of in character, but he's also kind of not in character. Just give him respect to John and give him respect to himself as well. But like that's part of his character. But also give him respect to John. Like fought another legend. Check. That's on the list now. Like, all right, he did. And Logan.
Just to think about like all these stars are getting to wrestle their legend on their legend's way out. Like, who gets to do that? Like, I'm sure AJ Styles was geeked to wrestle to Undertaker on his way out.
Mhm.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's that is really cool because if you think about it too, like even Brock wrestling Undertaker, Brock is my age, so I know when he was watching Undertaker in WCW or WWF when he first appeared in 1991, we're the same age. So that had to be like, oh my god, I've made it. Like not only have I made it to the company, I'm wrestling a guy I've watched back when he was in his 20s. You know, I'm in my 20s, my 30s. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a like Allen Iverson crossing at Michael Jordan, Kobe playing against Michael Jordan in the All-Star game or whatever. Like, I've made it. Yeah, you have. Keep going. You know. So
Right.
probably Logan Paul too. Always puts on a good match. I've yet to see a bad big match from this guy. As far as his work, still just pretty fucking solid. And I love I don't know if you noticed this, but the zigzag was done. The European uppercut off the ropes was done. The uppercut in the corner was done. And the end of days were done. All shout outs to Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Cesaro. And I was like, that had to be on purpose. The guys that they're just like, hey, what's up, fellas?
Euro. Yeah, Euro.
Yeah.
All the Euro greats.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think Baron's not a Euro guy, and neither was Ziggler. Cesaro is.
Barrett's European.
Baron Corbin? He's from the US.
Oh, Baron Corbin. Oh, I'm sorry. What I thought Wade Barrett.
Oh, yeah. No. Wait, Baron Corbin. Yeah. So I don't know why they specifically picked those moves. It's just John's way of giving respect to people he's wrestled or guys who aren't there anymore or whatever. But either way. And matter of fact, Logan Paul's hammer, that punch that he does, kind of looks like Wade Barrett's hammer punch or hammer throw. So that could be another. But I mean, he's had that for a while too. So either way, respect to both of those guys.
Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Corbin's not like Canadian.
I don't think so. He did play in the NFL. His name is Thomas Pestock. There it is. Born in Lenexa, Kansas.
Okay, go ahead. I always thought he was Canadian for some reason. But go ahead. He looks like a Canadian.
Chris Jericho is billed from Canada, but he's actually from New York, which is crazy. Like, whatever. We'll take it. Yeah, so final match, main event. Seth Rollins, world champion, against CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. And I gotta say, for real, I have to rewatch this match because I did fall asleep. Not because it was boring. It was just hot and I was tired. I should have
gotta
gotten
say,
and just sat in my chair and watched, but it was hard.
since you're giving disclaimers, I fell asleep for 10 minutes on that.
Did you- and it's was it the heat or did you think it was boring?
I thought it was boring.
You thought it was boring. Okay.
And maybe
So
maybe the spot I fell asleep was boring because of course I woke up and towards the tail end of the match and I was like, okay, that makes sense. But
uh,
maybe heat and that, I don't know.
yeah, I think for me it was just heat and then the fact that I was lying in bed doesn't help to stay awake. I should have, like I said, I should have gotten up and at least just sat in my chair and done that thing instead of just sitting in bed because it's just too easy to.
But in your defense, when it's hot, it is so hot, so hard to function.
Yeah,
Like
I got the fan
Yeah.
right on me, and it does not matter.
nothing.
It is what it is. um, Overall, I think the match was probably decent from what I can remember. The biggest thing of it, of course, was the reveal of the the next member of the Vision. You thought it was going to be Gunther. I thought that was a good call because he hasn't really. I think he has like an injury or an injury angle, whatever. I did say months ago I thought it would be Becky, but
Is she a good part of it though?
well after today it kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like if any time someone comes out to help somebody who's in a faction, then they're going to be a part of that faction. I've never seen it where they helped out the faction and then they weren't a part of the faction after that. And if I have, I just can't remember. At least it wasn't recent, as far as I know.
That's okay because AJ is going to come back and kick her butt.
That's what people are speculating, and I'm all for it. I know Punk said she has no desire to come back or doesn't want to, and maybe she really doesn't, but they might. Yeah, I think that, and I think just the right time in a story. You can't just throw her in on Raw all of a
Right.
sudden. There has to be a reason. I'll give
And
the
maybe
example.
And
Oh,
maybe
go
if she does come back, she just comes back just to beat her up. And she's out again.
Yeah, who knows? Because when Gargano and Andrade were wrestling in NXT, I think for the NXT Championship at one of the takeover of Philadelphia. Let me tell you, Brett, it's a 45-minute match. That is one of the greatest matches you will ever watch in your entire life from any company in any era, any generation. If you've never
Really?
seen Andrade and Johnny Gargano in 2017, I'll have to remember and text it to you and tell you. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube now, legit too, so you can watch it and have the commercials. But Andrade's valet was Zelina Vega, right? And she would always interfere in matches. She gives Gargano a hurricanrana. Her little 4'10" ass gives him a hurricanrana, right? He can't fight her. That's not his job, right? He's like, I can't, he can't do it. So who comes out of the crowd to fight for him and runs?
The Poison Pixie.
Exactly. His real life wife, who was also signed to the company, and that's what got her in. It was like, that's what you do, right? Cheryl Roberts slapped Rick Rude when he kissed her, and he was like, who's your husband? Because she was like, I have a husband. Who's your husband? Jake Roberts. And Jake comes out and beats Rude's ass. Now you have a feud, right? Stuff like that is what gets people involved. When Sammy and Roman were fighting at Elimination Chamber 2 years ago, and Roman was talking shit to Sammy's wife in the audience, and then Sammy took over for a little bit and then kissed his wife, bro, we all felt that one. Like, yes, you do that for your wife, you do that for your family, you do that for your pride, right? I just got chills because I was like, that's so fucking cool. So
yeah, and especially after what CM Punk said tonight when he was like, I'm gonna make your husband regret you smacking me, I'm gonna make you regret you smacking me. And he just walked out.
Yep, absolutely. And they might tease something else, and then it'll end up being AJ Lee at some point. They probably won't even have her music because that'll be too obvious. I'm thinking it'll end up being Cult of Personality again, Like he'll already be out there getting jumped by Becky and Seth, whether it's probably in 2 to 3 weeks. That's my guess. 2 to 3 weeks on Raw or at WrestlePalooza. You'll hear CM Punk's music and you're like, but he's already there. AJ Lee. That's how you sell the business, kid.
That makes sense.
But yeah, but here's the other thing too. It's been so long since we've heard AJ Lee's music, people may not even know. Like kids won't know. Think about it. She has not been in WWE since 2014. That is over 11 and a half years ago, because she left around WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, somewhere in there, 2014, after Punk did. And she has not wrestled since. So I don't even know what her music said. I kind of do. But do you know her music at all? That's what I'm saying. Like, they got to do something. I don't know. But I'm going to rewatch that match and the John Cena Logan Paul match. I think the best match of the night was Rusev and Sheamus. Would you agree, or would you say it was a different match?
Yeah. I would say Logan Paul, John Cena, and Rusev and Sheamus match. Those are my co-best matches.
Yeah. I'll give you that. I think we do need to see Nikki Cross wrestle sooner than later.
Please.
Did you ever see her in NXT against Asuka?
Yes.
That match, Count Anywhere, was amazing. Amazing job.
I've watched Nikki, the transformation of Nikki Cross when she first came in and all the in between. Yeah. She's an awesome wrestler.
Yeah, I think so too. She was kind of like, she was a part of that group, Sanity. It was Eric Young, who was in TNA for a long time, then came over. It was Big Damo, who went by Killian Dane when he came to WWE. It was, two other guys, Alexander Wolf and Sawyer Fulton and Nikki Cross. The five of them were, what's it called? Sanity. And I think the group broke up because somebody got hurt, and then Nikki went solo and she wrestled Asuka. Nikki came out as crazy, like just kept saying Asuka's name all the time. It was so cool. She would harass Asuka when she got out of the limo. Asuka would be like, "What the hell's wrong with this lady? Get her away from me." They had an amazing one-on-one Falls Count Anywhere match that closed out NXT as a main event, and I don't think it gets enough respect because it was on NXT and it was two ladies, and I know that happens, right? But when it's really, really talented, I think if it would have been on a PLE like Rhea and Io and Naomi a couple months ago, I think people would still remember it. But it was on NXT, so it was a weekly show. People didn't really care. That sucks. Great match. Overall, what would you grade the show? A, B, C, D, F.
C+.
Yeah, I'll give it a C. If this was the standard for your weekly PLEs, would it be worth paying $30 a month for ESPN? No. I agree.
Not for this one.
In the last 5 years, not including WrestleManias, that's the greatest of all, or should be. Is there a pay-per-view you've seen that other than Evolution, because that's too recent? In the last 5 years, have you seen a pay-per-view or PLE that's worth being the standard that you would pay $30 a month?
The War Games, but that's a part of something, huh?
Well, that's a whole. I mean, a whole pay-per-view, whole PLE.
Evolution.
Other than Evolution and WrestleMania, because Evolution was so recent, WrestleMania is the biggest one. So, like, is there one pay-per-view this year, last year that you saw? You're like, ooh, that.
I'm sure there was, but I'd have to
have to think about
look at them again. Yeah, let me get back to you on that one, because I'm sure there's probably there at least have to be 2 or 3 that I was kind of like, okay, that makes sense. I'll pay for that.
Yeah, I got you. And the only reason I'm saying not Evolution is because it was so great and it was so recent. Where I'm like, well, it's not the standard, and it's not going to be women dominating an entire pay-per-view going forward. It's going to be the guys. That's just what it is.
What pay-per-view you said in the last 5 years?
in the last 5. So that's what 2020. So that includes
So
the pandemic.
what was the pay-per-view where they buried the Brock Lesnar on underneath the ring?
Oh, SummerSlam 2022, I believe.
Yeah, I would have paid for that.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
card was good.
yeah, yeah. That was when John Cena came back afterwards, wasn't it? Yep. So, man, ah, yeah. I
Like I
can't
said,
think.
I could probably find about 2 or 3.
I can think of one off the top of my head where if I was this excited for all pay-per-views, I would be worth paying $30 a month. It was Royal Rumble 2020 where we got Edge to come back, and I believe Christian came back, and that may have been the same year that Nia Jax got RKO'd, got zigzagged and super kicked, and 619 by Orton, Ziggler, and Rey Mysterio, where she waltzed into the men's Royal Rumble like, what do we do, guys? Kick her ass. And she took those bumps. I'll give. I know that's like one of your your favorite wrestlers. She took those bumps from the guys. Like, I'll give her that prop.
Right.
I'll give her those props. She hasn't been on. Has she been on TV recently at all?
Yes. Last week.
Okay, right on. But other than that, yeah, that's probably my favorite pay-per-view other than a WrestleMania in the last 5 years. So cool. Raw today, my feed kept cutting and it was just lagging. Did you
It's
finish
okay.
it, or what did you see?
It was all right. It was your typical after, and they tried to throw in like a title match, but we all knew AJ wasn't going to win,
Yeah,
sadly. Becky
yeah.
slaps CM Punk, but we talked about that briefly.
Hmm.
Breaker and goes up against LA Knight and Jimmy. And Jay. Jimmy comes out and saves the day.
Okay, who won that last match? Because I missed it.
Breaker and
Okay,
Reed.
okay. I
And
will.
then they try to destroy Jay. They try to destroy Jay.
Yeah. Okay. We might be setting up for War Games somehow, some way, which will probably be the last year they do a Roman themed esque Usos War Games, because it's been 4 or 5 years, which is the level of the Horsemen, who set the tone to begin with back in the 80s, and then of course Undisputed Era with Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Fish and O'Reilly. God, I missed them. They were so good to watch. So great to watch.
I just want with all of my being for Regal to come out there and just do it one more time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd love it too. His son wrestles in NXT, right? Yeah, that's cool.
Looks nothing like his daddy.
Nothing. Check that DNA test, homie.
Seriously.
Let's look at some WWE.com Raw results from today.
You ain't
Let's
missing
see.
anything.
Kabuki Warriors defeated Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. We did have a little backstage issue with Io Sky
Third
and
week.
and Kyrie and Asuka. So I see that kind of breaking up soon. What else did we have? We had Finn Balor and Dragon Lee. I think Finn Balor walked away with the win. Oh yeah, Finn Balor defeated Dragon Lee. We had Penta and the War Raiders against New Day and Grayson Waller. I don't know what happened to Austin Theory because we have not seen him in I don't know how long. I don't know
Injury. Severe
Oh.
injury.
Okay. Is it a bad one? Like, what is it?
Well, they said something about his arm or shoulder or something.
Okay. Hope he gets better soon. So
Yeah.
I know he was that guy and just didn't end up happening. Dominic Mysterio defeated AJ Styles in the Intercontinental title match. I don't know what they're going to do with Dominic and who he's going to just keep beating people, or is he going to eventually lose? Is he going
He's
for the
just
Hunk Men's
so
record?
over. He's just so over right now.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys that you end up cheering for as a heel, like Ric Flair.
I
It's
just
just like,
want one. I just want AJ to get one more before he retires. Probably not
which
going to happen.
which belt do you want him to get?
Oh, he's not going to get a championship belt.
Well, you want him to get one more what though?
I want him to win the Intercontinental
Yeah.
because Dom's going to win the championship at AAA. I bet
Oh, like
it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's his next match.
Yeah. Maybe AJ interferes and keeps him from winning it because
He did last time.
El Grande interfered to keep AJ from winning it. So maybe AJ repays the favor, and then they end up having like a 2 out of 3 falls, and AJ gets it. Who knows? So he can get his comeuppance. Becky Lynch delivered multiple slaps to CM Punk. Punk informed Lynch and Rollins will regret cashing in on him, that the man will regret putting her hands on him. There's a 15-minute segment that is on YouTube. Wow.
I watched it.
Yeah, okay. I'll watch that for sure. Rewatch that one. And then Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed defeated Jey Uso and LA Knight, and then Jimmy Uso's holding Jay. The same way Jimmy held Jay when Roman was guillotine choking Jay back in 2020 when he was just coming up through his head of the table gimmick. It's crazy. Like, we're gonna go full circle, man.
Jay cut a promo at the beginning of Raw, which was really good because he was saying, like, a lot of y'all are asking me why I even came to his aid, blah 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 blah. He's like, at the end of the day, that's family.
Yep, I don't play about my family.
And he was essentially saying what every person of color knows. Mm-hmm. I can put my hands on my family member, but nobody else can.
Yeah.
I mean, in so many words, that's what he was saying. Like,
exactly.
That's family at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can say what I want, but don't you dare.
Exactly.
Don't you dare. So yeah, I could see. I know we're talking like 2.5 to almost 3 months away. Jimmy, Jay, Jacob, Sammy, and Roman against Reed, Breaker, Seth. Can't be Becky. Maybe Solo and somebody else.
I wouldn't be surprised if we end up with either Austin Theory comes back and joins Vision, or it's like an Angelo Dawkins type thing. Because he would be good in Vision.
Austin Theory?
No, Dawkins.
Oh, Dawkins. Okay. That'd be interesting.
That's a budget.
Yeah. Because they kind of already have, I mean, the other two guys, Reed and Breaker, are kind of enforcers already. So I'm like, Dawkins could be the enforcer, but they already have 2 enforcers. So I wonder.
That's all that team is made up of.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it would work.
I got you.
Just
well, that means they'd have to probably, I mean, if we're looking Survivor Series, they'd have to break that team up, the Street Profits, and have them run through their thing and get him involved in the division. I
would be surprised if next match that split finally happens.
Yeah. It's been a while. I think we've been calling for it as fans for a while, but we haven't really started to really see the dysfunction just yet until yesterday.
And I wouldn't be surprised. This is just me. I wouldn't be surprised if the split does not come from Montez. It comes from Dawkins. I wouldn't be surprised if they have Dawkins double cross Montez.
Yeah, if he's going to go to the division, then yeah, he would definitely have to do that. I could see Paul Heyman maybe. Well, he's in the hospital, but I'm trying to see like how would he get coaxed?
On the beach.
Yeah, I'm like, how would he get coaxed away from Street Profits into something else? I don't know. It's kind of like what Xavier did with Kofi. right? Like kind of just like, no, this is not what we're doing. We're doing this over here now. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that could be happening in the background. Um, I don't know. This is
Yeah.
it's going to be hard to stay abreast of everything when I don't have Netflix and I don't have ESPN, and I'm just not going to do it. And I just don't know how much
Right.
longer. To be honest, I'm going to keep trying to do the show if I can't access the content.
Well,
And I don't want to.
then we really sit down and think about just making it an entertainment thing. Where
Yeah,
we talk about a little bit of everything.
yeah,
Some, good problems to have.
yeah, yeah.
I do have some non-wrestling questions, but we can finish up.
Oh, I didn't have any more as far as anything else that went on this weekend or WWE related. I don't think I did. No, I did not. It was just the show and Raw. I was gonna do like a quiz thing, but
Okay.
let me get quiz stuff stuck in here so I can quiz you
I'll
anytime.
let you decide. We still have to do our week 1 picks for NFL.
Oh shit, that's right. That's Thursday. Oh my god.
Yes, Mr. Sir. And then I had just a quick. I wanted your take on the whole Shiloh, the Packers' new acquisition by
Oh,
good old Jerry.
I think
Yes.
I did read Micah is kind of dealing with a bit of a nagging injury. I don't know if that's reported because it's true or
There's a
reported.
tight back.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, whatever. Um, I mean, I don't ever vote against people doing well unless they're just bad people. So I hope, him being in Green Bay, I hope he does well.
Me too.
I hope it's not just some
Me too.
system guy who did well in Dallas, and then Jerry's like, that's why I didn't pay you because you weren't that good. So I hope he does well. Shiloh being cut doesn't surprise me. He was not a high pick. He was not highly touted out of Colorado. So it is what it is. I hope he can, stay fit, stay focused, and land
Yeah.
somewhere else. Something else
I
to
hope he
do.
gets on a practice squad and then works his way up. I
Yeah,
just don't. I thought it was dirty the way the bill. I thought, if you watch that play over and over again, they both were messing with each other. It just, happened to land on Shiloh. That's just
yeah.
my thought.
It looked like Shiloh punched him first. Like they were pushing, which is football, but then when the hand goes to the helmet,
Yeah,
that's
but
a
the other
punch.
guy was slapping Shiloh in the face. Now, granted, his hand was open as opposed to closed. And in history of pro football, a hand open will get away with a hand closed. Is what it
And,
is.
and they always say, as long as the last person who does something gets caught. So if
That
you
part.
don't do anything, there won't be a problem. I'm gonna watch this 14-second clip here. Oh, they were. Oh, it looks like they were. Oh, let me see. I'm looking at this clip, and it looked like there was. It started before the
It did
clip started.
start before.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, so they're pushing, pushing, pushing. Yeah, it. Yeah, the last thing that happened was Shiloh taking a swing at him. So they were doing it, and then it just started to kind of get messy. And then the last thing that happened was Shiloh swung at him with his right hand or right arm, whatever. Yeah. So, and you're black, so they're gonna look at you like
That part. Say
already.
it with your chest. That part.
And I don't agree with it being the thing how people judge things, but knowing that that's what that is, you got to deal with that. It is
Right.
part of life, and it's unfair. But you cannot stop them from thinking that, so you have to do something different.
Right.
I kids I've worked with that dress a certain way that gets negative attention. I say, see the attention you're getting. Is that what you want, or do you
Right.
want more positive attention? You're gonna have to pull
He
your
has
pants up, wear different
he has
clothes.
he has such a good work ethic though. I think he'll land somewhere like you said.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, a fight really not a big deal. At the end of the day, uh, it really is about your stats and what you bring to the team. And I guarantee you, if he had 4 pick-6s, he wouldn't have been cut.
Right.
If he had 4 pick-6s in preseason, he would not have been cut, and probably would not have been on the field that late in the game.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So, and
No life
obviously
goals.
that's a huge thing to ask of, and that's just not likely. But my point is, at the end of the day, it really is about what you do as a player for your team, and that's why they will keep you or get rid of you. You got to make yourself valuable. Montez Ford.
Word. Oh
Make
yeah.
yourself valuable.
Invaluable.
And Shador, I'm a fan of the guy. I don't think he's the greatest thing in the world. I think people are hyping him up because it makes people mad, and I think people are mad at him because it makes people mad. So I'm like, you got these
I
two
just want
sides
to.
fighting each other for no reason.
At the end of the day, I just want to see him succeed. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, because why would you want someone to fail? I mean, if this was like a cokehead who was beating women and beating children and doing all types of crazy stuff, no, he's just a little. I mean, he's a little showy, just like his dad was, because he's building a career for himself after football, just like his dad did. Because at the end of the day, these guys are their own brand. So when football's done, they are still who they are, and
Right.
whatever you're doing, that is what you will probably end up doing when your career's over, or it will launch you
Right.
somewhere. So, he's got a great attitude. You know, seeing there was like a fire somewhere in some neighborhood in Cleveland, and he was one of the few, or what maybe the only Cleveland Browns player to show up and sit with the people as they're dealing with the fire in the neighborhood, hanging out with the kids, playing football, just like helping them kind of just relax. No other. Flacco's been there for what, a year? He didn't show
Don't get
up.
me started. Get me
And not to
started
be
on
bad,
that, dude.
like Flacco's not a bad guy, so I'm not trying to say that he is.
I'm just but
That's the most known player prior to Shador coming to the team, the most known player on the team. And he didn't show up. Maybe he had an interview. So I'm not saying anything bad about the guy. I'm just saying
I'm just here to play football.
to show up. It was Shador who showed up.
Yeah.
Period. No one else. So I got to give the guy for that. So he kind of, I don't know what you think about Jameis Winston. And yes, he's weird. But he's weird in a funny way, not weird in a creepy, don't want to have him alone with my daughter way. You know,
that's true.
Who's going to eat this W? Like, that's weird. You know, the weird random things he says about football. Isn't it a glorious day? Oh, we just so proud. Like, bro, I know you're lying. Shut up. But I love it because it's positively annoying. He's not doing a bad thing to be annoying. It's a positive annoyance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm with it. I'm with it. They're not bad guys. They're not, was it Manziel fought cops when he was in college? No one said a fucking word about it. Ever. Like, really?
Yeah.
That? Oh my God. They called Cam Newton a thug for dancing when he scored touchdowns. A thug. I'm like, why is he a thug? Because, and they're like, all right. Start beatboxing and shit.
Get out of my face.
When the lies start. All right. By the way, so WrestlePalooza, we do have 2 matches so far.
Really?
We do have a John Cena match announced to be announced, I guess, or really to be scheduled. And then we have Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer for the vacant Women's World Championship because Naomi had to give hers up. Oh, we didn't even talk about that because Naomi's no longer the champion because Naomi is pregnant. So congratulations to Jimmy Uso and Naomi for getting ready to have their first baby because Naomi is not young.
No, she's 38.
See, this might be one of 2 or the only.
Well, this one's a miracle because
she couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, she couldn't.
Wow.
She had one. She has one fallopian tube or one. Yeah. So this is a miracle child. They've been trying for years.
Wow. Okay. Because I was wondering, I'm like, what happened? But okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So this is a miracle child.
All prayers and hopes and thoughts and all positive energy, all that shit people say for them because that could be scary. Because then that doesn't even tell us. I mean, not that it would be our business if she ever had a miscarriage. Because I know that can be devastating. So I would.
Yes, it is.
I would not wish that on anyone.
No.
At all. So kudos to them, and I hope I don't know if Stephanie Vaquer will get the women's world championship just yet. Probably will go to EO. Stephanie's not been on TV all of August, from what I was hearing. So we'll see. But I could see Asuka or Kyrie beating EO at some point, and then maybe Stephanie taking it from there from someone else.
Right.
I don't know. But I'll tell you this. EO and Stephanie, if they give them 20, it might be 5 stars.
Yeah.
Might be 5 stars, bro. Like, it's never happened before. We've never seen these two wrestle in our entire lives, as far as I know, together ever. And if they do, it could be a barn burner. So I'm all for it. I'm also all for, like you said, the NFL schedule. Week 1 starts Thursday. Are you writing these down? Because I don't have anything to write.
Yeah, I'm writing them down.
We got Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday, September 4th. It's on NBC. I am going to pick the Philadelphia Eagles, the champs.
All right. Sames.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, 5th. We have 2 games this week, Thursday and Friday. Kansas City Chiefs at. Is it at or are they at home?
They are in Brazil.
Oh, that's why there's no at. Okay, thank you. It made no sense.
And I have my Chargers.
I'm picking the Chiefs. I think they're still a strong team. They're not weak yet. I like Justin Herbert, but I don't see him being the guy to defeat the Chiefs just yet in opening week.
I think we are one of the only teams that have beaten the Chiefs in our division. So I'm going with my Chargers.
Okay. Oh, and the fake relationship I thought was fake is not fake, and Travis and Taylor are engaged.
Congratulations.
I was like, oh.
That ring looks like a football championship ring. That's how big. That's how big that thing is. It's ridiculous.
Taylor Swift engagement ring. Let's see. Here we go. I want to see an image. Yeah. Oh yeah. It looks very oval-esque. I'm sure she's not surprised.
At all.
Yeah. I'm sure they've talked about this. Shocker. Sunday, September. Did I pick? Yeah, I picked the Chiefs. Okay. So Sunday, September 7th. 10 a.m. games. Buccaneers at Falcons. I got the Baker Mayfield Bucks. Who you got?
You said Falcons?
I said Bucks.
No, I'm just saying the team said.
Oh, yeah. Buccaneers at Falcons.
I'm taking Bucks too.
Okay. Bengals at Browns. I'm taking Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
If the other guy was playing, I'd be taking the Browns, but I'm taking the Bengals.
That would be a bad pick if you took. He's a rookie and he's third or fourth.
Pick it though.
Oh, you can like him.
All right, so far we only one game apart.
Yeah. Dolphins at Colts. I'm going to take the Dolphins because Anthony Richardson is not a very good quarterback, and I don't know who else they got right now.
You said Dolphins and who?
I'm taking the Dolphins over the Colts.
Colts. I'm taking the Dolphins too because I don't even know who that guy is you're talking about. That's how bad the Colts are.
Yeah, he's their quarterback who's just not doing very well. And I don't even know who their quarterback what other quarterback they have. Here's a expansion team bowl. Both these teams came into the league in '95. Panthers at the Jaguars. I'm gonna go Jags because I kept picking too many away teams, so I'm picking the Jaguars. Who you got?
The Jags. Let me see.
Panthers.
I'm taking Jags.
Okay.
The Panthers has never been good since Cam. I said it.
And when Christian McCaffrey left too.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they played together for a little bit, but very, very little. Raiders at Patriots. Tom Brady's now a minority owner, but is definitely.
I can't believe I'm going to take the Raiders. But I'm taking the Raiders.
Can't believe you wouldn't. Go Raiders. I'm picking them
Uh,
too.
uh,
Cardinals at Saints. I'm picking Cardinals.
I'll take the Saints
Okay.
just to be different.
Shock.
Shock.
Steelers at Jets. I'm taking Steelers not because of Aaron Rodgers, but because of Mike Tomlin. He is a coach him up kind of guy. He's a guy I would want to play for. Like if there's a group of coaches I'd want to play for, he's definitely one of them. Him, Cowher, Bill Walsh, some of those guys, Parcells. Yeah, who you got? Steelers or Jets? It's in New York.
Steelers. I'm a Mike guy.
Yeah, me too. 17 years, never a losing record. Never.
And people still don't think it's good enough.
I know. Like, bro, Tom Landry was shitty at some point. Like, and he was at the Cowboys for 20, 30 years. Like, come on.
That part.
Yeah. In the last morning game, or morning for us, Giants at Commanders. I'm picking
I know I'm taking.
Commanders. Jaden
Me
Daniels.
too. Me
Yeah.
too.
Jaden Daniels.
They look like they're gonna be able to wobble this year.
Yeah, they did a whole lot more last year than we thought they would. So I will give him that. Now we got our afternoon games. We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 afternoon games. Titans at Broncos. I'm picking, I don't know. Broncos? I'll pick the Broncos.
Who's coaching the Broncos?
Sean Payton, I think.
I got the Titans. Go ahead.
Okay, it's in Denver. You got the elevation too.
Okay.
The Titans have Cam Ward. I don't know how he's looking right now. Anyway, Brock Purdy and the Niners at Seattle. Pick the Niners, I guess.
Samesies.
Okay. Lions at Packers. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Micah Parsons. No, I'm picking the Lions.
Detroit Lions all the way.
Yeah, I want to see Sean Laporta come back, the tight end who got his knee blown out last year. He might not be back, and if he's not, it is what it is. But I want to see him come back. Texans at Rams. I'm going to go Rams. Stafford.
Stafford gonna play though with that slip disc.
Ooh, C.J. Stroud and D'Amico Ryans. Never mind. I'm picking the Texans.
Me too.
Yeah. And then here we go. Probably the game of the week. Ravens at Bills. It is the MVP against the guy who should have been the MVP. And God bless them both, but both are just ballers. I'm going Buffalo because it's in Buffalo.
Okay. I'll take the other team.
You're gonna take the Ravens. I think here's why I'm picking Buffalo, not just because it's in Buffalo. I think with the chatter that happened regarding the MVP race last year, I still think Lamar should have won. I like Josh, so I'm not even mad at Josh for winning. It's not his fault. I think it was definitely based on we can't give Lamar 3. I think that's why LeBron. I think that's why LeBron didn't get another MVP or didn't get an all defense award one year because they're like, well, we can't give it to him. I'm like, but because I think someone said, how did LeBron not get all NBA when the guy who got defensive player of the year? Oh yeah, LeBron didn't get defensive player of the year, but he made first team all NBA defense. But the guy who got defensive player of the year did not make first team all NBA defense. How do you do that? It didn't make any sense. So
not making sense out of nonsense.
I think Josh feels like he's going to have something to prove to people, even though he's clearly done enough. But to get the MVP and still think, well, you didn't deserve it, someone else did. It was kind of loud. So I think he's gonna ball out, and God bless them both. And the final game of Week 1, the Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. I'm picking the Vikings and Justin Jefferson.
You
Who you
said
got?
both the Bears.
Yeah, Vikings at Bears.
I'm gonna take the Bears.
Alrighty. And I guess we will have another connect. Let me see. Our next pay-per-view or whatever. Oh, Clash in Paris. We just had that one.
It's going
We
to be WrestlePalooza, right?
Yeah, Saturday, September 20th. So we'll meet up again Monday, September 22nd, it looks like. Yeah. Monday, September 22nd.
Word.
Put that on the calendar right now.
Me too.
And I think I won't do a preloaded waiting send thing like I did today because it didn't work. I don't know
Okay.
why, but it didn't work. So
That's why I just put your page up there on my story.
appreciate it. Thank you.
That way they can just follow, find the page.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we will do this again September 22nd. We can make more picks. If we want, we can just message each other at the end of week 1 for the week 2
Sweet.
picks.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay, we'll just do that then, and we'll take it from there.
Sweet.
Other than that, have a good week, sir.
You too. Don't work too hard tomorrow.
You know I will. Take care.
Take care.